Hello student, yesterday you were saying that the king was asking to the old man that had he ever heard about such grains and had he ever sown such grains in his field. This old man, who was the father of the old man, was actually he still had some difficulties in hearing, but he could still hear better than his son. This shows students, this shows you that with the time the health of human being has been degraded because of the quality of the food that we are eating. Our health depends on the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, and the water that we drink, and the type of environment which we live in. And as the time is passing, with every passing moment, the nature has been degraded. The nature is also being degraded. So that is why the living beings who is living in the nature will also be weaker with the passage of time. That is what we are experiencing through this example. The father of the old man was still in a better health position in comparison to his son. But for the question about grain, the old man said that no. He said, I never sowed nor reaped any grain like this in my field. So this farmer is telling the king that he has never seen and nor he has sowed. He has never sown also such grains in his field. As to buying, I never bought any, for in my time money was not yet in use. The old man was telling to the king that and as far as buying is concerned, that he had never bought such grain in his time, because in his time there was no money. Money was still not in use. Money was not in use in those days. Students, it means to say that there were no money for you. If you want for your livelihood, you just were needed to grow your crops in your own field, and you have to eat that. There was no other alternative except the king, who can collect the crops from the farmers, and then they maintain the law and order in their kingdom. And as a tax, they used to collect the crops to maintain the kingdom. But actually, what happened, student, but there was no money in use in the old man time. For a normal person, if they want to trade something, in those days they used to trade with thing to thing. In replacement of one thing, they used to get another thing.